Shalom, shalom. Uh, this is the first time we try this format of classes. I hope it all goes well. Since this is the sun and Pesach is around the corner, we need to study the Ilchut Pesach. Ilchut Pesach, the Alahut of Pesach. And this will be a series of studies. I will cover the first part. The entire lecture is the presentation itself is in Hebrew, modern Hebrew. So we need to be careful with all the new vocabulary. This is the cover. In the cover, we find matzot, shemora, some flowers, and a cup. The first important thing to know here, based on this picture, matzah shemora. What does it mean? According to our halacha, and unfortunately, most of the Sephardim they do not follow this halacha, but this halacha is for all. I believe the Chabad Lubavitch movement is the one that made it popular in the U.S. and around the world, but the halacha is found in Shulchan Aruch Siman 100, I guess. It's a round number, so it's either 100 or 110. So matzah shemura is the matzah that is not made by a company, or if it is made by a company, but it cannot be through machinery. So you can never use machinery in a matzah shemura. The matzah shemura is round. That's the main difference, because of course, naturally, when you make matzah by hand, you cannot find a perfect square that's made by machine. It's just like when you make bread at home. It's easier to make a pizza round than square. So the matzah shemura has the same rules for all the matzot, which means it has to be done under 18 minutes, otherwise it's not kasher. But the matzah shemura is made by families or small companies without the use of machinery. The Alahas is clear when it says at least on the first and second day of Pesach we need to eat matzah shemura. This is the Alaha. Uh, the Alaha understands, and this is new orthodoxy, because of naturally by the time of the Shulchan Aruch we didn't have machinery, uh, but we have sources like uh, in modern orthodoxy that says, okay, it's easier to buy masot from the industry, but let's follow the Alaha, and at least in the first and the second day of Pesach, some other sources say in the first and the last day of Pesach we have matzah shemura. So this is the Alaha. That's why you have this picture right there. Anyone can do it at home. Why the flowers? Because the month of Nisan is when we have the spring in Israel and actually in that entire hemisphere. So we will be studying this lecture the bracha you make when you see in the month of Nisan a tree with fruits and a tree that is blossoming. Okay, so let's start. As I mentioned before, this is Ilchut Pesach Aleph, and this is the year. And I try to organize in three sessions. So this is session number one. Let's move on. Okay. Uh, be mindful that it's all modern Hebrew, and the references, of course, is Mishnaic Hebrew. In this page, we see matzot that is not shemura, and you see that's all perfectly squared, and a glass of wine. So this slide reads Sheloshim Yamim Lifnei Pesach. Sheloshim Yamim Lifnei Pesach. Shelosha is the number 3. You remember Shelosha, Mi Yodea, Shelosha, Ani Yodea, Shelosha, Avot. Since we have 3 fathers, then Shelosha is 3. When I write Sheloshim, it's plural. Therefore, what could be the plural form of the number 3 is the number 30. So Sheloshim in modern Hebrew means 30 and in Mishnaic and Biblical Hebrew as well. Yamim, of course, you know, the plural of days. Lifnei, you remember the Lifnei means before or in front of. So Lifnei Pesach. Sheloshim Yamim Lifnei Pesach. So 30 days before Pesach. The halacha has to start in the previous month. That's why I emphasize in our sessions that when we finish Purim, we start worrying about Pesach. Because we have 1 month to prepare a lot of things for Pesach. To clean the house, to start the Halakhot. So that's why I decided to start everything before Pesach. So, Bimei, Beit HaMikdash, Bimei Beit HaMikdash, לימדו חכמים את הלכות פסח 30 ימים לפני החג. Let's try to understand this, and I'm going to say without pausing. בימי בית המקדש לימדו חכמים את הלכות פסח 30 ימים לפני החג. What does it mean? Bimei, you might remember Bimei for Bimei Matityahu, that we, during Hanukkah, we have this in our Siddurim and in Birkat Hamazon as well. In the days of Matityahu, Bimei Matityahu, and so in the days of, this is construct absolute, and in this example we have a construct absolute relationship that has 2 elements that are constructs and 1 naturally final element that is absolute. So bimei beit, in the days of the house, bimei beit hamikdash, in the days of the house that is the Holy One. So we know Beit HaMikdash is the temple. So in the days of the temple, again, construct absolute, bimei, in the days of, so yamim should be the absolute, bimei Beit HaMikdash, in the days of the Beit HaMikdash, limidu comes from lamed or Talmud. The suffix is u because it's they. This is a plural form of a verb. And why is it plural? Since this is the verb, then we have to see right after the verb for our subject. In this case, the verb is limidu, and the subject of this verb is chachamim. So, in the days of the Beit HaMikdash, the chachamim, which means our sages, they limidu. And the suffix in the verb is u because it is our suffix for them, for they actually. So, limidu chachamim, the sages, they taught. That's why Talmud has to do with learning. So, the chachamim taught, they used to teach. What did they teach? That's why we have the sign of the direct object. So if you teach something. And who is teaching? The Chachamim. So limidu Chachamim it. And now we're going to see what the Chachamim used to teach. Ilhot Pesa. Ilhot Pesa. Now, why is it Ilhot and not Alahot? When I'm saying, when I'm using construct absolute relationship elements, my construct changes. And we see this in the vocalics. So I can say that I'm studying the Alahot for Pesach, or the Alahot of Pesach, but when I speak in Hebrew, I have to use the construct absolute formation. What happens with Alahot? It becomes Ilchut, Ilchut Pesach. So we're dealing with the halachot of Pesach, just like when we think about bite and bait. I say the bite of someone, for example, the bite that is Kodesh, the house that is holy. But when I say construct absolute, it becomes bait. So Ilhot Pesach. So they used to teach the laws of Pesach. And when did they do it? They used to do it Sheloshim Yamim Lifnei Hahag. So Sheloshim, we know, it's the plural of Shelosha, in a way, which means it's 30. Yamim, days, Lifnei, before. Hahag, you know Hahag. Hag means the festival. Since we know we're dealing with Pesach, Hahag Pesach, then I can say just Hahag. Again, בימי בית המקדש לימדו חכמים את הלכות פסח 30 ימים לפני החג. In the days of the temple, in the days of the Beit HaMikdash, the sages used to teach the laws of Pesach 30 days before the festival. So, this is our first point. What is the second point? אחרי חורבן בית המקדש נשאר ההלות. Let's say again. אחרי חורבן בית המקדש נשאר ההלות. Let's see one word per time. אחרי, we have discussed this a few times. אחרי, אחרי מות, it's a portion of the Torah. Acharimut means after the death. This is after the death of Sarah. So, Acharei Mot Sarah, after death of Sarah. And we also have Acharei Hadebarim Haele, after these things, or after these oaths, which the best translation would be after these things. Acharei Horban Beit HaMikdash. We need to think of Chorban as one thing. Chorban Beit HaMikdash. Generally, no one is speaking about a Chorban, but we are speaking about Chorban Beit HaMikdash, the destruction or the fall of the temple. So, Acharei Chorban Beit HaMikdash means after the destruction of the temple, of the Beit HaMikdash. Nishar means Nisar comes from Isa, which means it has been supported or held. Elaha. The Alaha remained. Why do I have he? Because I'm using the article, which is he pata dagesh forte on the next letter, on the following letter. But in this case, my first letter is he. So I cannot have aha, ha, la, ha. Our article before a letter, before a oath that starts with a he, the article becomes he with a segul. So he, ha, la, ha. Or in modern Hebrew, elaha. Okay? Again, אחרי חורבן בית המקדש ניסח ההלכה. After the destruction or the falling of the temple, may it be rebuilt in our days, the halacha remained. We don't have the Chachamim the way we had by the time of the temple. We don't have the Sanhedrin anymore. But since we're still under the obligation of studying the halachot of Pesach, then this halacha remained, which means we are still studying the Ilchot Pesach 30 days before the Hag. Kayom, let's go to the next one. In modern Hebrew, should be Kayom actually. Kayom means as for today. Kayom, Hayom means today. Hayom, Yom means day. Hayom or Ayom means the day, which means today. But when I have this kaf right here, kayom means as for today, or even today. Sometimes in Portuguese we translate this as nos nossos dias, ou ainda hoje. E alahot nim saot, mais uma vez. Sorry. Kayom e alahot nim saot be sefarim. Today, the alahot, they what? They made sayot. They made saot. They are found be seferim, which means in the books. So we don't have the academies the way we had by the time of the temple. So even though we don't have it, but we have the books of law. We have the books of Alaha. So what I'm saying here is that the laws they can be found. That's the best translation. They can be found on the books. Kach means therefore. So shekulam lomedim. Shekulam lomedim. Kach shekulam lomedim. Therefore shekulam kulam. And you know that shin before anything is like asher. Kach shekulam. Therefore everyone lomedim. Lomedim. Remember lomedim, limud, talmud. Everyone studies what? If we study, we have to study something. Ilhot Pesach. Now, you see that I have an article here. Ilhot Pesach. We know the laws of Pesach. But when I say Ilhot Pesach is a subject, is the title, okay, is a field of studies. Name it Ilhot Pesach, the laws of Pesach. But when I'm speaking, like in a regular sense, the laws of Pesach, then I need the article. It is debatable. It's actually academic Hebrew. Maybe everyday Hebrew, no one would use a Pesach. Okay, I'm sorry for the noise. I'm actually at the hall of my building. Believe me, here is we can get more silence than in my apartment. Okay, let's move on. Kayom Hehalahot Nimsaot Seferim. Today, the laws they can be found in the books. Kach, therefore, shekulan lomedim et hilhot Pesach. Everyone should, which is implicit, study the laws of Pesach bilvad. This is our last word in this topic. Bilvad means alone, alone, by themselves. Okay? Kayom Hehalahot nimsaot seferim. Kach shekulam lomedim et hilchot hapesach bilvad. In our days, or these days, the laws of Pesach can be found on the books. Therefore, everyone should study the laws of Pesach by themselves, or, of course, if you have a rabbi, you study with the rabbi. If you have a professor, you study with the professor, and so forth. Sarich lilmod. I'm in the next topic. Sarich lilmod את כל הלכות הפסח בשבת הגדול. Once more, צריך ללמוד את כל הלכות הפסח בשבת הגדול. צריך ללמוד. ללמוד, let's see, ללמוד, לומדים, לימדו. we see this is about learning, studying. صريخ للمندوب. You have to. صريخ is like a, it's less, well, it's an obligation. So you must للمود to study. What you're going to study? It call, and this is the important information here, all the הלכות Pesach, the laws of Pesach, you need to study them בשבת הגדול. The Shabbat Gadol, I'm going to speak about it later, but Shabbat Gadol, or the Great Shabbat, is the Shabbat prior to Chag Pesach, the Shabbat before the festival of Pesach, Shabbat Gadol. What does the Halacha say? We need to study all the laws of the festival in Shabbat Gadol. Okay? What if the Shabbat Gadol starts, let's think about it. The first day of Pesach is Sunday. Therefore, Shabbat Gadol is not only the previous Shabbat, but now it's the previous day. So Shabbat Gadol, it remains that Shabbat, but the obligation in Halacha of studying all the laws of the festival falls in the previous Shabbat. Again, if Pesach starts on a Sunday, we call the previous day, which means Shabbat, of Shabbat Gadol, because it's the Shabbat, the last Shabbat before Pesach. But what about the obligation of studying all the laws of Pesach? Then this obligation will fall in the Shabbat before Shabbat Gadol. I hope it is clear. צריך ללמוד את כל הלכות הפסח בשבת הגדול. One must, we don't have a subject here, the subject is general. So one must, deve-se estudar, one must study, deve-se estudar all the laws of Pesach in Shabbat Gadol. Again, if Shabbat Gadol happens to fall in the day right before Pesach, then we study everything 1 week before. The important thing is we need to study in the week prior to Pesach. And our last topic on this slide is Ish Eino Ichol Ilchol Lechol Matzah Lifnei Hahag. We have words that sound alike, but if you pay attention, Ichol doesn't have an aleph. I have kaf and lamet, but I don't have an aleph. So ish, well, every time you say ish, we're not talking about a man necessarily. Ish, like anyone, a person. So ish a no, and we know ein. Ein means without, with no. So ish a no ilhol. So ilhol is like can or poder in Portuguese. So when I say ish a no, and we know ein, and we have o because it's ish. Ish is third person masculine, and o is third person masculine. Ish a no, I'm sorry. Ish a no יכול לאכול מצה לפני פסח. Ish, a general word for man or for a person. Ish אינו יכול, so someone cannot or there is no need, לאכול אכל. We know this. אכל means eating or he ate. So ish אינו יכול, there is no need for this person to eat. To eat what? What does someone eat? Matzah. איש אינו יכול לאכול מצה לפני החג. So one cannot, or there is no need for someone to eat matzah before the festival. Okay, let's move on for the next one. So, in a nutshell, you should not eat matzah before the festival. And what is the need for that? Because when we have the festival, we say Sheheyanu. We can only say Sheheyanu with things that we do for the first time, or things we do for the first time in the year, or at least for a long time. So when I say Sheheyanu, Vehigyanu, I say for the matzah that we eat once a year for 1 week. So if I'm eating matzot in the days before Pesach, then it doesn't. There is no need for us to say Sheheyanu. And remember, Sheheyanu starts with Baruch Atah Hashem. If I'm eating matzah and then I say Sheheyanu before eating matzah, I'm taking the name of God, of Hashem, in vain. Because I'm not supposed to say Sheheyanu for something I'm doing all the time. Now, the next slide, it's called Bechodesh Nisan. Bechodesh Nisan. Chodesh, today, this day, we are living the month of Nisan. Today is the 6th day of Nisan, 5780. Bechodesh Nisan, in the month of Nisan, or on the month of Nisan. Let's see the first halacha here. אנחנו לא מתפללים לתחנו כי היום האלה הם לשמחה פה. Once again, אנחנו לא מתפללים לתחנו כי הימים האלה הם לשמחת פה. Let's go one by one. אנחנו, we know אנחנו, it's the personal pronoun of we. So we, lo, we do not, mitpalelim, of course I have mem and im at the end, and tav, of course, but this is, tav is not a prefix. At the center, you're going to find tav, pe, and lamed. Tefillah. Tefillah means prayer. But this is the verb. אנחנו לא מתפללים. We do not pray. We do not pray what? We don't pray. Tachnu. What does it mean tachnu? Tachnu are specific prayers for sorrow and for, not necessarily sorrow, but for sins. So when we do tachnu, it's for, we have sinned and we have done bad things, and it's a whole posture. Sometimes we take our face to the ground. But Nisan is a month for joy, for simcha, for the festival. Therefore, we don't say tachnu on these days. אנחנו לא מתפללים לתחנו כי, and כי means because, הימים האלה הם לשמחת פה. Why? הימים האלה, because these days, הם, they, why הם? Because I'm talking about the days. הם לשמחת פה. They are for the joy of the mouth. So in these days of Nisan, our mouth exists for happiness, for joy. So we drink more wine, we eat more bread, we eat more meat, or whatever it is the same meaning for you. And we don't pray the prayers of sorrow, the prayers of sadness. Everything's for happiness. In the month of Nisan, we are happier. The trees around us, they are full of flowers and we have new fruits. What does the Shulchan Aruch say about it? Shulchan Aruch, Orach Chaim, this is the next, the same topic but the next sentence. Orach Chaim, Tav Kav, Tet. What does the Shulchan Aruch say? Ein nofelim al panim, panehem,